This is the new 2025 Volkswagen Polo Life, and in this video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about it and any new features introduced. This is a 1.0 TSI 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine with a 7-speed automatic gearbox. It has 95 horsepower and 175 newton-meters of torque, and its top speed is 187 kilometers an hour. It weighs just under 1.2 tons and does 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 10.8 seconds. How does the 2025 Polo compare with the 2024 model? Well, the 2025 model has a more refreshed front design with new bumpers and sharper headlights inspired by the Volkswagen Golf. The chrome detailing that connects these headlights is a new feature, giving it a more modern front face, and in my opinion, it looks really good. This example we have here for you today is in the violet gloss colour, and it is equipped with 15-inch alloy wheels. Moving on to the side of the car, there is a dent moving all across the side of the car, giving it a very sleek and more aerodynamic look. The 2025 Polo introduces updated taillights that feature a new night signature, which the 2024 model does not have. It offers a more modern look and a refreshed design element in the rear. Moving on to the boot, you open it by pulling out the badge and pulling it up. The boot has 351 litres, it's not a big boot. It has no spare wheel underneath, has a pocket over here, a light over here, and these hooks, very cheap like. And there's no button to close the boot, you have to do so manually, and it costs extra. Moving on to the back seats, I'm going to see how I fit inside. I'm 187 centimeters tall, not much knee room at all. I have quite a lot of headroom, but in case of an accident, I'm very close to the side of the car here, which I can hit my head on. There is no armrest in the middle. These seats are made of cloth, so no leather at all. There's plastic everywhere on the door. There's a big door bin here with speakers, and there's two USB Type-C ports in the middle. Moving on to the front door card, there's electric windows in the front and in the back. There's electric mirrors that can fold and they're heated, and there's material cloth here which isn't in the back. There's pretty big door bins as well. The design of the key is like the previous generation of the Golf, and there's no keyless start and keyless entry. You have to start the car by manually putting it in. Moving on to the steering wheel, it's all leather, it's not heated, and in the center here, these are physical buttons which do not trigger when you bring your finger across them. Volkswagen have listened from customers' complaints in the past, and I've made sure not to do the same again. The consumption on the car is pretty good. It has 5.9 litres out of 100 kilometers and is a relatively new car with 2,947 kilometers on the clock. It has a digital cluster. Moving on to the infotainment system, it has an 8-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As there is a digital screen, there are a few physical buttons like the air conditioning and the volume button and the hazard lights. It is an automatic DSG and a 12V socket with a charger given from Volkswagen, which looks very nice. Standard handbrake, you just press the knob, pull it down and pull it back up. There is an armrest here in the front which can move forward backwards. It is made out of cloth and it's pretty deep in there. The sun visors have a mirror and a standard flash bulb light on both sides, and there's a compartment here for your glasses or napkins. The dashboard is soft plastic all across, and there's a nice design of carbon all across the center from left to right. The glove box compartment, standard as usual. Although the specs are pretty standard, the car has foldable mirrors, as you can see there. surfaces.
Some cool features of the car would be the lane assist, which you can activate and deactivate very well. Gives you a steering wheel vibration, which is a bit annoying sometimes. You have the tiredness monitor as well, which you can deactivate, and then you have the front assist, which is not currently available. So all the features here that we have on the car. Just note that if you activate or deactivate one of them, every time you start the car, it will reset and forget about your previous setting. Now, the car that we have here has lane assist. It's very smooth. Also keeps the 60 kilometers an hour speed limit over here. Has paddle shifts on the steering wheel, easy to change the gears. In terms of consumption, I think the manufacturer figures were 5.6 average consumption. We managed to do on our test today 6 liters per 100 kilometers an hour. In terms of noise, you can feel that you're in a small car. You can have a bit of noise, wind noise, especially coming from the back doors. Other than that, the car is very smooth to drive. The direction is very precise. I would say it's a good city car. Space-wise in front while you're driving, enough space for your knees. It's pretty comfortable. I don't see anything bothering me. Now, when you want to accelerate, if you change from the paddle shift, you put it in the second gear and you kick it down, you can hear the engine revving, but you're not going to have a very big response. The car is pretty slow. It's just a 1.0 TSI. Pretty nippy enough. We already got to 120, which is the legal speed limit on the motorways in Ireland. The infotainment system works very well. I don't see any lag when you're pressing it. There's no navigation system. That's extra. You just have to pair your phone and use the Apple or Android to use the Google Maps. Other than that, it's pretty standard. You can see your long-term consumption. You can see any service requirements. It's pretty new, so next service is in 27,000. Price-wise, so this base model starts at 24,000. On the 24,000 you can get it in manual gearbox. The version that we have today is around 26k. We have the DSG gearbox and 95 horsepower. I don't know, guys, depends what you're looking for. Looking through the years, I think the Polo has considerably changed, offers you more space inside. It's becoming more and more like a Golf. Driving wise, it's pretty the same. I don't see any difference between the standard Golf and the standard Polo. Price wise, it's a huge gap between them. It's probably 10k just without any specs. Depends what you're looking for. I would personally go for the Golf. It's much nicer. I don't like the fact that we have loads of plastics on the interior.
Everywhere on the door.
I don't like the fact that we don't have heated seats in the front. The car drives well. It's a good city car. It's a good probably alternative for the electric ones if you don't want an electric car. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos like this will come in the future. We're aiming to get you newer cars reviewed and tested, so stay tuned.